Hi YouTube! Okay, so hopefully this is going to be the last time I do a video from this camera. This is my iPad and I've ordered a proper webcam. It's got autofocus and multiple microphones, so hopefully the sound should be better and the video should be better and everything else. Right, so this is going to be two things. Second is going to be pickups. So this is the end of July pickups video. So I've not had too much money. So stop saying so. I've not had a lot of money. So I don't have a lot of games to show. Somebody did give me a big bunch, which is cool, and I got another Mega Drive, which was given to me. But I'll show you them in a sec. But the first thing I'm going to do is have not a rant, but maybe just an observation. So what I've noticed is that games developers, and sorry if there's any games developers watching this. Incidentally, I actually I'm in a shared house, and two of the guys that I live with work for Microsoft in the Xbox One part of Microsoft. So
developers.
Yeah, game developers. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm not having a go about games developers, but I will say what I've noticed and eventually get to my point, because I can feel this dragging already 2 minutes in. Right. What I've noticed is, in the old days, when you used to have games like on the Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, Commodore, all these machines that used like a 6502 or the Z80 or some kind of before they started. Well, even the early DOS games fall into this category, and that is, in the old days you had to know machine code, or you had to know at least assembly. Before they started using C and things like that, even then that was still quite good. They seem to have been cleverer with making games, and what I mean by that is that there's thunder going on. You'll probably hear it. It's a proper storm out there, and the neighbours are having a shout as well by the sound of it. So what I mean is that nowadays it seems that game developers, they pick a texture, they pick a 3D environment, they pick some sounds, and the engines are there already pre-built, and they just slap their almost like a mod on top of an engine, and they can take up gigabytes of space, and unresponsive and slow, and because they're not fully understanding how the game works, how the engines work, how the systems work, how the hardware works. There's no understanding. Games developers nowadays just, and like I say, I'm not having a go, it's just what I've noticed. They just slap the game together, and sometimes if it's good, it's good, and sometimes if it's not, it's not. But there's no real proper effort put in as much as the way effort used to be put in. So when it was like a Master System or a Mega Drive, the programmers had to go in and know that you only had 64K of memory to work with, and instead of just digitizing a picture to make your sprite, you had to draw your sprite in pixels, pixel art. You had to use like MIDI sound files or PCM, whatever it's called, you know, the modulation, whatever. So it just seemed to be that there was a better understanding of the hardware you was working with, and from that the games were better. You had fast loading, and the reason it was fast is because they knew the limitations they were working with, and they knew how to compress and get everything into this short space. I mean, look at things like Zelda, where you had these tiny cartridges, and you've got epic RPGs in these games. And well, all cartridge games really. It's when they started to throw resources. Oh look, now we've got CDs. Oh well, we'll just throw some extra videos and things in there. And oh, now we've got DVDs. Right, now we're just going to completely give up on being creative with what we've got, and just pick some textures, pick some MP3s, and if it sells, it sells, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And it's like, it just, anyway. That's my rant. There you go. That was a 5-minute rant. So I'm going to go on to my pickups now. Sorry if there's any game developers listening. It's just, I think it would be nice to go back to how it was, like to make small games again, or not small, but don't just throw resources at it just because you've got them. Think about what you're working with, and try and create. I don't even know how to explain it really. Here you go, Space Invaders. Pixel art to create the ship, pixel art for the shooting. Very simple. The engine itself, there's no engine. That's what I mean. The game was built from the ground up. There wasn't an engine where you just slapped on your pictures and it, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, and they say, oh yeah, we're using the Frostbite engine, or we're using the Unreal Tournament engine, or Unreal, or whatever it's called nowadays, and you know, and then they just put their own textures on it, and I've created a game. No, you haven't. You've taken somebody else's work and you've put your own pictures on it, and you've called it, you know, and anyway, enough ranting. Let's get on with the pickups. So, what have we got? So I've got Game Gear. That's the first thing. So I'll show you the Game Gear. So somebody gave me a load of stuff. They gave me a Game Gear magnifier and a load of Game Gear games. So we got Super Monaco GP. We got Sonic 2. And like I said, don't be offended if you're a games developer. This is just how I feel with it, that there just doesn't seem to be proper understanding of how all the games work, and that's probably why I don't like the new stuff. Bart versus the Space Mutants, Shinobi, Shinobi 2. Now I did all these on the live stream the other night. These Game Gear ones. G-Lock. That's if you watched the live stream. If not, just go back and look further down my videos, and you'll see it. It's probably the last one that got uploaded. Star Wars. Mortal Kombat. Leader Board Golf. And Columns in a box. So, yeah, so I got that. I got another Mega Drive 2. All in a carrier bag. It says, look, here you go, I've got these. This is Eddie from work. Thanks, Eddie. He just said, look, here you go. This has been at the bottom of the drawer. Have it. So I said, oh, thank you very much. And there was a power supply for the Game Gear as well. So I had all these Game Gear games, had the magnifier, had the power supply. So I went onto eBay and I bought, let me just unplug it, a Game Gear. It cost me $4.99 and it doesn't work. So, but I bought it on purpose. So $4.99 is an absolute bargain. So basically, inside the Game Gear, you have these things, these little silly circular things here, 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 here. These are called capacitors, and what they do is they store charge. So the capacitors, they get old, they fall off, the solder's gone. Some of these are flaked off and whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to not rip out, but you know, nicely take unsolder and put in some new capacitors. So in my drawers of everything up here, I've got hundreds of these drawers with brand new capacitors in, all from China. I think I've got like 1,000 for a tenner or something. You know, it's or not even now. Maybe it was £5. I don't know. But I've got a big set of drawers there. There's like 52 drawers or something. They're all full with capacitors, resistors, transistors, ICs, you name it. It's all for building the console. So I'm going to get that Game Gear working, and that'll be it. And the next video, I'll probably film me doing it actually, and so you can see how to replace the capacitors on a Game Gear. Not that it hasn't been done a million times before, but there you go. Right, let's move on to the Mega Drive games. So stop saying so. I bought Echo the Dolphin. Echo the Dolphin Ties of Time because I haven't got it, and well, I did have I did have it, but I didn't have it boxed, so I got it boxed. Now, what happened was, I also bought Echo the Dolphin, not just Ties of Time, but they sent me Ties of Time. So I emailed them. I said, "Look, you've sent me the wrong video. You sent me the wrong game because on the picture you've taken is of Echo the Dolphin, not Ties of Time, and the description is Echo the Dolphin." They said, "Oh yeah, sorry about that. We actually have both. We'll send you the other one free." So they sent me it, and it's here somewhere. Let's have a look. There it is. And there you go. So I've got Echo the Dolphin, that's the first one, and then Ties of Time is the second one, and then there's Junior and the other ones, but I'm not sure if they're on the Mega Drive. I'll have to check my list. So I've got 2 copies of Ties of Time, so I'll be giving them away to somebody, Right, next one is Mickey Mania. There you go, Mickey Mania. Now this one was recommended by Monkey Spaz. And I've had a little go. It's all right. I've not had a proper go, so I can't really comment. It did cost quite a bit of money for me because normally I pay 99p. This cost a tenner. So, and that is Alicia Dragoon or Dragon. It's a picture of a dragon, but it says Dragoon, or maybe I can't spell dragon. I am dyslexic. I don't think there should be 2 O's. Who knows? Anyway, there you go, Alicia. What else do we have? Megalomania. There you go. All of these are Mega Drive. All of these are 99p pickups. We've got Centurion, Defender of Rome. Madden NFL 94. Now, everyone has a go about these Madden games. And it's funny because I've got Madden 93, the proper version, because after the 93 they brought out 93 Championship Edition, and the Championship Edition is in the top 10 rarest Mega Drive games. So everyone rants on and says, "Oh yeah, you know, Madden and all this thing." Yeah, but Madden 93 is in the top 10 rarest games, or most expensive games on the Mega Drive. So if you've got the Championship Edition, you know, keep hold of it. This is quite a cool game. This is Marco's Magic Football. I had a little go on this on the live stream, and well, actually all of these were on the live stream. That's actually quite a cool game, and you can kick your ball at everything. It's like cats and birds and people, and you go around kicking your ball at everything. Got Wrestle War, which isn't that good, to be honest. It was all right, but it wasn't great. Cyber Cop. Now, this is impressive. This is all 3D. It's not Doom quality 3D, unless you class it against Doom on the Mega Drive, the Brazilian copy. But you do actually walk around a 3D maze with this one, so that's quite interesting. We've got Football Manager 97. I've also got Football Manager, the normal version. And this has the battery backup, and the guy that's obviously sold it to me has still got his team on there, which Harry Ack was showing me how to access. No, I've not played this one yet, and it looks like it's come from Blockbusters. This is RBI Baseball 94. So I'll have to give that one a go because I haven't actually played that one yet. I've been desperate to get these on the shelf. They've been sitting here next to my computer, and it's been driving me nuts. I just wanted to get them on the shelf. So but I had to wait till the end of the month really, just in case I got any more.
This is part 2 of Indiana Jones.
Sorry about that. Looks like my son's got hold of the iPad and filled it up with lots of video of him playing Indiana Jones. So, anyway, back to what I was. So I've not got rid of his videos. I've got rid of some of my older videos that's taken up all the space. So this is NBA Live 96. Maybe I'll stick his videos up so he can show all his mates. FIFA Soccer 96. Now, if you look, very similar graphics I suppose in '96 they didn't, you know, it was using the same art department or something, but yeah. What we got here? This is Mega Games 6, which is the Mega Games 1 and 2 on the same cartridge. So you've got the first 6 games there on the same cartridge. I think that was just a bundle or something. I'm sure I wouldn't have paid for that. This is Power Challenge. It's a golf game. Some Jack Nicholas. Alright, and this is one I was missing from my collection. It's Mega Games 3. So I've got 1, 2 and 3 now. So if my eyes are a bit, because I keep looking at the screen because it's an iPad, you know, you do that. When I get the new webcam, I won't be doing that. So actually what I've done is I've actually got a whole new computer coming. It's absolutely crazy power. It's an i7 8-core 3.4 gig with 32 gig of RAM, solid state hard drive, you name it. It's just stupidly ridiculous, and hopefully it lasts me for years. Right, Jungle Book, and MiG-29. These ones are in plastic, but they're not actually originally sealed. This is it's just the way that some people like to send them. And some of the games are also like that. Inside, they're all covered in bubble wrap and plastic, even though they're only 99p. But you know, maybe they treat all their games like that. This is Shakan, I think. Shakan. Hang on. Oh, bleh. Sneezing. And Animaniacs. Here you go. Oh, one more thing. So, I bidded on this, nobody else bidded, came to 99p, and the guy just said you can have it, what's your address, because I bought things off him in the past, which was very nice of him. So he sent me what is it? The Winner's Handbook of Games Master, and what it is it's all cheat codes for games. Can you hear that? That's fun though. Setting the kids off as well. Yeah, that's it. So, like I say, don't be offended if you are a games developer. Don't be offended anyway. You know, I mean, Jesus, you just it's only a conversation. If you've got an opinion, say your opinion, but don't get all pissy about it. But I just feel that there's not a lot of people or games developers that go into actually understanding what they're creating, and instead just slapping pictures and sounds together and they say, there you go, there's a game. Where in the old days of even these Mega Drive games and these things, you know, it was creating the graphics in actual pixels and the sounds in bits and making sure it all fits on the cartridge, and you know, just a lot more passion, I think, went into the games back then. They weren't chucking out 10 games a year or releasing the same thing over and over again. You know, every year there's another Black Ops or whatever it's called, Call of Duty. Who gives a shit? Think of something new. You know, all you're taking is the same thing. You're making the graphics a little bit more refined because you've had a year to work on it, and you know, it's oh. Anyway, I'll just rant otherwise. So there you go. Thanks.